And we are cracking one open. We have been off for a while. And I know we've had a lot of games that we've missed that we should have talked about. And since our live episode, we haven't been able to connect me and Jameson on the same level. But we've got a little bit of a short preview tomorrow. And tomorrow, a live episode. Hopefully you can join us. But how you doing, Jameson? How's it been this November?
Oh, has it been great? My boys in Washington took an absolute shit on Florida last night. Seattle's playing them tomorrow. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, tomorrow
let's fucking go.
Tomorrow we will be having a live episode right after the Panthers game. So, Tampa Bay isn't going so far like we hoped it would, but tomorrow night we will be
Release the Kraken!
Releasing the Kraken with you live. Now, this isn't going to be a full episode, but we wanted to reach out, tell you guys we are going to be back, going to be recording on a weekly basis again. And yeah, we've taken November off for a couple of weeks, but that just gives us that much more to talk about. So really quickly right now, let's just recap our vacation and why we haven't been able to crack one open for about a month. Because I have not been able to drink at the same level of this podcast since our vacation, buddy.
Good Lord, what even happened?
Well, I remember it was already a very, a real kickstart to our system, the way we got our live episode off and going, and it had a couple hiccups there trying to just get it set up, and all the things that came up it kind of intruded our ability to give you guys a full episode, but we did our best to just give you guys a good little summary of that first home game. But man, after that night in Miami, we got on the cruise, we went to the Bahamas. And while it is a blur, I remember quite a bit and a lot of great times, man. And again, while the cruise of Qpen Cambria, which is I'm going to find someone to do a great artistry of our picture with Qpen Cambria as our new logo, because that's got to be incorporated in some way. We just look like the captain and first mate there with, if you haven't seen my profile picture at Just Follow 61 or at Kraken One Open, you guys got to check those out and be following. But man, what a great trip. And even better, we came back. You got to go to your first Oregon Ducks game and both of our first Seattle Kraken game in Climate Pledge Arena. So without getting too off topic, let's just talk about that game against the New York Rangers on Halloween.
I mean, goes first into how amazing the arena was.
Yeah.
I mean, just to take a very brief moment. That's insane. That's the most beautiful arena that I've personally ever seen. I've ever stepped foot in, if that's a better way of phrasing. And there's not a bad seat in the house. As one thing, as a I don't want to call myself a hockey aficionado.
You are our East Coast specialist, so
we're not going to hold myself to either of those. But it was fantastic, and it was unfortunate that the Rangers ended up winning.
Hey, but what a way to spend Halloween, though, because first of all, we go to Ozzy's, which is a Oregon Duck bar. We get some Kraken shots there. We follow that up with Dick's Drive-In, and you got to get a big bag of Dick's if you're in Seattle, because that's just what Seattleites do. And then we go to Climate Pledge Arena and not only have the greatest time there in section 110, like what you'd think back in the day at Key Arena would be the nosebleeds. Now that was a beautiful corner spot where you could see the entire ice. Amazing.
And we got to meet David Pumpkins.
David Pumpkins was everywhere in the arena. We saw a couple of them, but yeah, you got your picture. That was a highlight for you. But hey, biggest highlight for me was pregame getting to go up near the ice, just check it out, man. Just get to watch everybody warm up, get out there on the ice. It was something else for me. And well, the other highlight was, damn, those Kraken mules that they have over there, over by like right next to 110. That was dangerously close to us because I was able to go get a couple refills on there, and fantastic, just fantastic. Also love the Amazon Go pickup, just being able to go scan with your palm and go just pick up a couple beers. I got a coffee, I got a couple Reese's Pieces, man. It just is such a high level of thought and technology was put into this arena, and really shows. And even though it only like fills to like capacity 17,000, it feels bigger but intimate at the same time than that. It feels like 20,000 plus. And having been in Autzen Stadium the day before, you understand that what a 60,000 arena for football can be like. But indoors, having that ice, it was something else. And my first NHL experience for sure. But man, loved it. Halloween night couldn't have been better. Got to wear the full mask and the hat, and oh man, just what a great night. And I would say unforgettable, but based on the cruise and the entire week we had, there's many things we have definitely forgotten about that vacation week.
Yeah, I mean, just to elaborate on how beautiful the arena is. Being from Chicago, just coming from a 21,000 max person arena, that feels so just impersonal. Climate Pledge feels just so nice. Just not only all the people, but the vendors are just so nice. You just feel like you want to be there. For me, being out of town, I felt like, oh no, like how do I justify being here? These people are so fucking nice.
Yeah. So move out to Seattle. This will make the
eh,
podcast a lot easier.
It's just so unbelievably kind. It's really just a personally unbelievably welcoming experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and man, I'm glad to have shared it with you and the cruise. We'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. Any questions you guys have for us about the vacation or the past, all the November games, obviously, we'll get into that a lot more tomorrow. We have the entire schedule to run down, talk about a lot of those games. It's not going to be a usual episode, but it's going to be a lot more regular than this small kind of 10-minute update here. So for the last 90 seconds or so, what were just the highlights for you, not only Climate Pledge Arena, but the vacation?
Wow, 90 seconds.
90
including
seconds.
the cruise. Good Lord. Not blacking out. That's one. But no, in all seriousness, as far as the Kraken experience is concerned, it's again just so very welcoming. They're it's just getting into the arena is so easy. Just everything is so nice, and again, I mean that from a Blackhawks Chicago based perspective.
Yeah.
Where nobody gives a shit
Well,
about
not only
like,
that though, but I really enjoyed the convenience of going straight from the Iceplex, which we got to visit first, to taking like just right there on the same block, taking the light rail all the way down and then taking the monorail. Like I haven't been on the monorail. They just opened it back up. And that was a very fun like experience to get to show you a quick glimpse of downtown Pike Place, everything that's like right there in Seattle, right there for us. And that was the highlight for me. So the biggest thing is we are going to be back technically tomorrow. This isn't going to count as a full podcast episode for you guys, but be sure you're following us, and we are going to be available everywhere that Anchor is available. That if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify already, not going to change anything for you, but it's going to open up a lot new platforms that we aren't already on, like Stitcher, Overcast, a couple other things that we're going to be able to just easily drag and drop these episodes to, and hopefully we're up video wise on Spotify here pretty soon, because if you're not watching along, you're really not getting to see the best part of these episodes, which is Jameson's beautiful red face. So thank you guys for tuning in. We hope you are with us live tomorrow. And Jameson, what are your final thoughts as the tonight the Kraken are trailing with 7 minutes left against Tampa Bay 3-0?
First of all, don't give him too much shit to lose to Tampa.
Yeah.
And honestly, I know I talked a lot of I know I talked it up. My boys in Washington crapping on Florida just tonight. Florida's a really good fucking team.
Yeah.
And I think Washington was lucky to have a wee pull out the Hattie. So I'm not trying to take a shit on Seattle by any means, but I am saying it's gonna be a real hard game tomorrow.
Yeah, and hopefully you guys softened them up a little bit, because, yeah, the way we're playing tonight against Tampa has just not been great. Hopefully I'll get this episode up tonight, or, as soon as possible. But right now, we're riding on a high. We'll get a lot more into our deep dive period tomorrow about how we've done recently against teams, but we're on a little bit of a skid there. But I was so optimistic about this game, mainly because we just came off 2 wins I wasn't expecting at all against your Caps and against the Canes, which at the time were NHL leading. And so, it's going to be this schedule right now, very tough. We'll get way more into it. But you really predicting a win for the Kraken against the Panthers tomorrow, buddy?
Honestly, no.
You shouldn't be. You should not be.
I think Washington was very lucky to win tonight, and I think Florida's going to be vengeful tomorrow.
Well,
I'd be happy to be wrong. I want Seattle to win. Don't get me wrong, but my prediction is that they're gonna come out flying, especially with Johnny Huberdeau.
Yeah. Well, again, next time you guys hear from us, we will be going live. Hope you join us. Ask us questions live during our first, second, third period. This was just a little quick kind of 15-minute show for you guys, for just to catch you up with where we've been and what we're thinking. And hey, tomorrow I'll take you up on that bet. Let's go. We'll talk a little bit offline, but let's put some money on this. I got the Kraken. I got the Kraken rebounding and beating them, brother.
No. We'll bet right now. Well, if we're gonna bet, we're gonna bet right now.
Oh man, I'm becoming too much of a Seattle fan to put that much faith in it. But I'll put $50 on the line.
Yeah, sure. 50 on Tampa, 50 on Florida.
You could. I won't let you take it on Tampa tonight, buddy. But all right, Well, that's a good little recap, and we'll talk a little bit more tomorrow for everybody that wants a little bit more detail and wants to ask us any questions. But hope you join us live. We'll be cracking one open as always after the game, and win or lose, we're here for you.
Release the
Wherefore.
Kraken!
Na zdrowie.
Good to be back, mate. And hey, thanks everyone for joining us. And you are still hearing the sweet sounds of Where's Jameson. That's this guy's band, and he's very humble about it. But I'm going to brag for him because I love this song. Keep cracking one open, guys.